And what a half Marvin Harrison Jr. has put together. And look at this move on Deron Bland.
that is an amazing route.
His leverage against him right here. I'm going to go in. Nope. And then the ground turf got you.
This was his second choice. JSN was wider opener on the other side.
Well, T. Higgins, he only had one catch last week. It was a 44-yard touchdown. But he really didn't get a lot of
little wiggle here, and you're going to get up the field, and then you're going to lean towards the sideline to get away from the safety. But it's
boy, just to catch that ball was amazing, and then to keep his body in.
The one-on-one, and not to push off. You see, he didn't extend there. He just pulled away, gathered it with the one hand, got his body inbounds, and
actually a run play that's called. They decide to throw this little fade, and who needs two hands?
And basically he said, look, Chris, I'm sort of in charge of what's called on first and second down. And then after that,
yeah, this has been fun to watch on the outside. And there's a little bit more of that press coverage type. And I like this. You can see how both of those guys are back.
They're lucky this wasn't picked off. With Taylor Britt playing the inside, that ball is inside. That's got to be.
Yeah, well, you get one-on-one on the outside working against Riley Moss. Let's just take a shot. And Davis Mills is going to be aggressive. When I say easing in, that's you having trust in your best receiver against their second corner.
with the Broncos and Chargers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is a great job, by the way, Jim. We'll get right back there.
He throws so decisively all season long as this deep bench route. We called it a
Darnell Washington is lined up as an ex-receiver out here, just running a slant route, and there is just not much you can do.
Watch the release to the inside, then stop and exit back out. Just a return route, and in man coverage.
Yeah, Alec Pierce is one of those deep threats where he has the speed to do it down the field, but he can also win contested routes. And right here is just a little.
Pop Douglas at 5'8", bodying off Mike Hughes to keep him from the football, because Hughes has a chance to make a play on the ball.
With Murphy inside leverage, he cannot let him get in there. The strength of that coverage inside of the 2-yard line. You got 11 guys on defense. They tried this creative out and up.
I think that's the beauty of it. And look at Pop Douglas on the other end. Selling this, you almost call it a staircase. Takes him all the way up the field, makes him want to think I can go out, but then takes it all the way across the field where Alford's trying to keep up.
Gonzalez has given him trouble the entire game.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 0. The penalty is declined as a result of the play.
18 yards for number 18.
Well, this looks good. I mean, they want to get him involved and really get him running off the ball, and he does a great job there.
Yeah, a great route, but they double cover Justin Jefferson. You see 2 guys on him, so McCarthy finds a single. Addison on. Just a curl route, come right back to the ball, elevate a little bit.
This was the play. All that action came at the other end of the field, at the other side of the field.
To get him more integrated in the offense after the bye week.
The ruling has been changed to a touchdown.
One-on-one with Rodgers. Goff knows.
Point of attack. It's one thing to be able to cover a guy, but when the ball is there, can you fight off against this guy? When he was young in Atlanta, I was playing in Miami. He gave us fits as a defensive back.
With full confidence and with enough air that a DB can't make a play on it. That was a...
Who had a big first half. And this is so challenging for defense because you have 2 of the best guys on one side.
There's Rice. You see him in the backfield, lined up outside. Had him for a second, but really it was a coverage sack / throwaway at the end.
Off the backside, and then you just get your little speedster. See all those guys clearing, man-to-man coverage? Get your speedster, Tucker. Watch how he misses the cadence and slows down off the ball to create that then a little stick to the outside, and then the explosion across the football field.
They are forcing teams into playing pure bump and run, man-to-man coverage because they can't stop the run. You can't stop the run, you get the quick releases, and you get the touchdowns. You think that...
With Kincaid for another big one, setting him up inside the 5.
This is why when they run these wide outside zone type...
This man-to-man right here on Lockett, and watch. Jam, grab that hip, and that's one of those...
Exactly what it takes to be a good red zone offense in the passing game. Quick timing, set up, throw it, on time, on target. You got to...
They got things going in the passing game. The big run by Williams. Got Garrett Williams
in the slot, and Flanoy gets off the line of scrimmage. You see, he's got three.
Both safeties deep. Battle, knowing what the situation is. Battle is super deep. And then he just doesn't wrap up. He just tries to go in there, put a shoulder on him.
Good night at all. He's got no answers for Harrison Jr.
No, that's been the matchup because, you know, the Cowboys, as I talked about, they have been playing more man coverage here in recent weeks.
Finch is going right up the seam. Brisker is the safety on that side. He gets outside the number.
Going in the middle because there's an inside defender that's going to be coming right there.
31. Well, they match up Loveland with the Bengals' best man-to-man cornerback. Now, this is zone coverage, but how about that pass? That's the ball that you want.
Just a blown coverage because of the time that Prescott was able to buy. You've got Will Johnson out there, but CeeDee Lamb looked like he was just going to stay put, and everyone ran the other way, and it just opened it up. The rookie at the top, number 0, and he's had a nice season. He's done a lot of good things, and he's going to be a really good player. But tonight, you're going to have to contest some of these throws.
To get the fumble. Ferguson has it knocked out. Wilson made the play. Buda gets the ball.
Today with just 2 catches on the season. Number 82, one-on-one with the Bears' best cornerback. And he just beats him off the line.
Pick up 23, first down Bears.
Boy, that is great. One, and, oh, did he get the...
Boy, was that toe in.
I don't think the toe was in, Spiro.
Awfully close.
I see when you watch the left, boy, that is tight.
We're inside of 2 minutes, so this is not a challengeable play from the coach. Has to be triggered.
Well, terrific job by Flacco. For some reason, all the attention for the Bears, they go to the tight end. You got both Stevenson and Edmonds. They jump the flat, and there's Jamar Chase.
Would just like to have back because you're going to see the separation that he's able to get as he comes out of this break. It's just kind of pitch and catch off the middle linebacker, Mac Wilson. And you're going to see he's going to come over and try to carry it as they go to kind of a split safety type coverage. Well, take a look at him. You're going to see he gets Bland turned around again at the top of the route. And what does that is really all speed. Once you come off the ball, and that's what they've been working with him on. When I was watching him early in the season, Joe, it looked like he was doing a lot of thinking and just really wasn't allowing his abilities to take over. And God, here's another look at it at the top of the screen. Just not quite able to.
He was hurt on that play as well. It's just been so much fun to watch. This is the way offense is supposed to be played. The run game.
Out to the 40.
This is just the backyard football of 2 Hall of Famers.
When you had to try and find things to do inside your house or apartment.
That's right. Both feet down for Rashid Shaheed.
Mike Sainer still. Watch this. This is game, set, and match right now. It is over. There is no chance that they're stopping that. Just a spectacular looking young player, and there is no way that Treylon Burks is going to be able to block that.
And Chris, where the defense is coming, he's just going to hitch up. Look at him get out here, find the hole in the zone, know where the defender is coming from your inside, and look at that perfectly placed football, and then the explosiveness to avoid it.
Is the best I've ever seen when there looks like there's nothing there. This could have been caught, but Bishop again.
Feeling, here he is in the backfield again, and this little loop route here to the outside, and Darnold never looked anywhere else. He sees the man-to-man, I'm going to my man. There you go, right in the breadbasket, and what a smoking start to this game.
You could just feel that one coming. 29 yards to Rice.
What an amazing call. This is also why you go for on 4th and 17. Possible pass interference.
It was perfect. Darnold had time to go through his progressions. Instead, he ended up trying to scramble, then throw back across his body. It's just a mistake we have not seen him make, certainly tonight, but for the most part this year.
What a gutsy throw for 36 here, Tone.
Yeah, and it's a semi-pick play. And Ingram, who's the...
Holt just drive on this. He's sitting in the flat.
driving on that football.
Tyler Higbee, they actually bring Alontae Taylor on the blitz from the outside. It doesn't get there, but you see that everyone's eyes are on the quarterback, and then you make sure not
that pocket, and then still give your tight end an opportunity right here.
Just watch, right when Kelsey comes out, Bishop comes flying back in. Mahomes had to beat him because the instincts. Remember, he stopped 2 fourth downs. One was called with a penalty when it hit his helmet.
First 3 plays from scrimmage, and Stafford is 3 for 3.
And you can see what they're doing, right? They're going to attack the zones in this defense. They have a ton of...
He needs somebody to go out there and make a big-time play. That ball's supposed to be toward the sideline. It's just off target a little bit. Parker Washington going up. All right, you know, Brock Bowers, we talked about it. Just down the seam, splitting the safeties in the middle.
Right down the middle, you're going to have safeties get wide, so the middle of the field has a chance of being open. Gets his head around at the right.
I mean, you're going to get the outside guy here, and then the inside guy just breaking back in, so you're clear.
This is an outstanding job by Andy Reid. It's going to be a deep over. And right here, Rice just really...
Well, John Robinson just makes one-handed catches look normal. Just, I'm only going to reach one hand out there and go ahead and snag it. And then Carlton Davis comes away with the tackle.
There he is going in motion. You see Alex Singleton dropping out right there as he tries to run over to get to Dalton Schultz. He's running that post.
Are you going to run a corner in there and flip your coverage? Or are you going to run your normal coverage and let him find the dead zone? And he does exactly that.
Naylor on Mollett. They run basically a pick rub. Enough space to the outside part of the field. And
again, when he throws that ball, Christian Watson's not necessarily open. Nick Scott gets his eyes lost in the backfield. And then as far as downfield threats,
all these special plays, and it's just Laporta right down the middle. They got to deal with the screen in the run game. And they try to disguise their intentions in the secondary with their coverage, but they lose.
215, work against an excellent nickel corner, Marcus Jones, but he's only 5'8". So you put the ball up there.
In the way they approach their coverage, and that's a great job by Riley Moss. Easy for him to see the delivery, to be able to break across. Just really well done.
A lot of
that you talk about, you know, it's motion, play action, back foot hits the ground, turn it loose.
Choice, but they're going to go hurry up. They're going to go fast.
Don't have to snap it again if they don't want to. I mean, he's playing a little bit of off coverage right there. You get the little cross. He is
between the hash and the top of the numbers. Receiver plants. He knows the ball's on its way.
A route that's coming in right here's Henry To'o. Now watch him go around, but watch his feet stop. He comes to a complete stop. Not on R.J. Harvey. You can't do that. You can't do that coming up forward in coverage with R.J. Harvey.
Something out of bounds would be great. Would be great here. You see,
now this was not a matter of size differential. This was just good positioning by Hunter Henry to be able to have
1 yard grab.
Yeah, because explosive plays are directly correlated to your ability to score points. And defensive coordinators around the league, they say make them snap it again.
Yeah, but here's the good thing. Look how close they are right there. You know, the last times we've seen that cushion be
Carolina defense is Mike Jackson's most of the time going to align to the field. So for Jordan Love,
first down.
I think Tucker Kraft, you talk about guys playing themselves into elite category. Tucker Kraft's at the top.
Let's see.
He had him open and the ball's on his back hip.
But right here is where he takes it.
Controlled. Oh, it's not controlled. Oh
boy.
Looks like an INT.
As we said, they can throw it short for run after catch. They can throw it deep as well or as often as anybody. But this intermediate zone, his accuracy is among the best for a first.
And this is outstanding because Christian Kirk right here, he's going to run the route from the inside and run a little corner route right there. It's a little bit of a high-low, a nice throw.
And coverage on second down. See a lot of that. Arnold in coverage. And Addison.
Yeah, but watch what he does in the middle of the route. He's going to start tracking the ball right now. I'm tracking it. Okay, here it comes. Now you put your head down and you run, and then you time that. You watch the receiver's hands as he goes to make his catch.
And it just seems like every week McMillan just gets better and better. They're starting to move him around a little bit more. Carrington Valentine, he thought he undercut.
Andrew Catalan, you spotted it. What they did was they took Henderson, put him in the slot as the running back, and took the wide receiver, Douglas, and popped him back in the slot.
They're booting and they're having Drake May come out to the right and send in Pop Douglas all the way back to the left. And look how Alford, right down his back, gets his eyes back at the last second there to be able to play the football. Just really good defense by D. Alford, who's filling in.
For the interception that will all but ice the game.
To him trying to kind of hide from the defense, he'll kind of go down. Maybe he lost his footing there, but keeps his balance. And that
4, you throw a back shoulder fade to Quentin Johnston.
Don't have a great pass rush. When they get teams to third down, they got to bring pressure. This is a good effort by 19 to hold on to this. Because
Dart
hit him in the perfect spot.
And just ripped out by Brown.
And right there, just ripped it out. Nearly intercepted it.
It was good defensive play.
Operator, please keep the play clock going, please.
He's a rookie, a first-round draft pick, and Ravens fans, let me just tell you, this guy is a very, very unique talent. Really has corner skills playing back there at safety. You could see what I mean there with his ball skills, being able to time that. That ball was thrown probably 50.
Take a look at Joey Porter Jr. here coming around. Tries to get his hands there.
I'd like to see Jefferson come back through the body of Hart. With Hart not paying attention there, he could have drawn the pass interference penalty. Hart's coming off his best game for the Chargers.
Some time in the pocket. Have man-to-man up the field. Good coverage.
Middle of your screen. Look, doesn't come off the ball at the snap. He just hesitated for a second. Working against Amani Hooker. Titans have stepped up. Middle of your screen. Baker's man-to-man coverage this time on McConkey.
The punting team.
Well, I think you could say that about a bunch of different guys on both these rosters, right? They've appeared on the roster at different points.
And I understand you got DK Metcalf. You like him one-on-one on a fade ball.
Set in. The other guy's coming and saying out. Right foot down.
I
the
think he's
right
out.
elbow came down out of bounds. They got to challenge this. Stop the game.
Brandon Eccles right there in the middle of your screen on Pittman. Just a little dig route over the middle. That is a tough catch in traffic, ball behind him. And that is a very big man making a very athletic catch.
Top of your screen, Iam enters the inside of the 3 receivers. And that's a dropped coverage there. I wasn't sure who Herbert was throwing to, because watch, both Gadsden and Keenan Allen are pretty open to that side. Gadsden thought it was for him and put his right hand up. It's a good thing he put it down.
1st and 10.
Well, we thought coming into this game because of the injuries that the Giants would be playing more zone defense. They play a lot of man-to-man, actually the most man.
Jalen Ramsey coming up from the free safety position where he's going to play exclusively today.
Had a pick 6 last week. Watch Barton right here. He's going to undercut this route. Herbert is not expecting him to undercut Keenan Allen right there. Herbert stared down Keenan Allen the whole way.
In his second half, catches him in man coverage, has Zay Flowers on the inside, little out and up against a safety. There's no chance that your safe bridge mesh route. The 2 defenders ran right into each other. Todd Monken could not have drawn this up any better. Bang, right there. And you could see that Mark Andrews able to pull away.